Okay, so we have discussed the mean, median, and mode, and it was kind of a revision for someone, or kind of a recalling the previous topics which we have already studied in our earlier classes. So similarly, in that measure of central values, we have another one small topic, that is the just a second. There is one. Yeah, that is related positional measures. See, in case of median, I hope whatever I am writing on the screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, in case of median, we discussed that we have found a value of variate which has divided our data into the two equal parts. 50% of the values were less than that value, which is median, and 50% of the values were higher than that value. Right. So sometimes you might want interested to know that what are those values, what are those variates which can divide my data into the four equal parts, or maybe in 10 equal parts. So such calculation of such variate such values comes under the category of calculation of related positional measures. You can calculate, you can calculate or find any number of variate. Like you can say, I want to know the values which divide my data series into the seven equal parts or eight equal parts. But the positional measures which are quite popular and famous and frequently used are: one is quartiles, second is percentiles, you can say second is deciles, and third is percentile. These are some of the frequently used or famous uh, positional measures. In case of quartiles, if we want to know the values which divide my data into the four equal parts, we'll be talking about the quartiles. If you want to know the values which can divide my data into the 10 equal parts, we'll be talking about or calculating the deciles. And if you want to know the values which can divide my data into the 100 equal parts, then I'll be talking about percentiles. Right? So first we'll talk about this, and on the basis of this we can understand this and this both. Right? So quartiles is what? Right? I am saying four equal parts of your data. Let's for example, these are the four equal parts. So that means this will be the 25% of the data, this will be the 25% of the data, this will be the 25% of the data, and this will be the 25% of the data. Am I right? If we talk about four equal parts of something, this is like this only,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
there will be one value, there will be one value, and there will be one value. That means first part which I can say q1, the second value is q2, and third value is q3. So what I mean to say that in order to find out the values which can divide my data into the four equal parts, I need three variates or three values: q1, q2, and q3. So in the same manner, if I want to know the 10 equal parts, how many values will I need?
Nine, sir.
9.
9. And in case of percentiles, if I want to know the 100 equal parts, then the values, number of values will be
No,
99.
99.
99.
99.
So in case of quartiles, it is Q1, Q2, and Q3. In case of someone is joining. Okay. In case of deciles, it starts from D1, D2, D3 up to D9. And in case of percentile, it is P1, P2, P3 up to P99. This is what I mean. This is the basic thing. Now, as we said, there may be some objective questions in some examinations, or they are frequently asked that Q1 is there, Q2 is there, and Q3 is there. So the question may be like, which quartile divides your data into the 1:3 ratio? Which value or which quartile divides your data into the 1:3 ratio? What will be your answer?
So Q1.
Q1, right? Because if you can see over here, we said 25%, 25%, 25%, and 25%. So if we look at Q1, this is giving me 25 is to 75. So 1 is to 3. Q2 is 50 is to 50. That is 1 is to 1. Equal parts. And Q3 just opposite to Q1, 75 is to 25. 3 is to 1. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So Q2, if you look at the property of Q2, this is nothing but your median. Because median also divides your data into 50 is to 50. Two equal parts, and Q2 is doing the same. So calculating Q2 or calculating median, both are same. Right? So now coming on to the calculation part. Calculation of quartiles. So calculation, we have done the calculation of mean, we have done the calculation of median, we have done the calculation of mode. In all the three cases, we have discussed that we will be dealing with three types of question. One is when individual data series will be given. Second is in case of discrete series. And third one is the continuous data. Over here, we will be studying these together because the formula for these two will remain same, and the another one is this. So first, in case of individual series or individual data, for quartile we have a formula qi is equal to I n plus 1 by 4, where I is equal to 1, this will give me quartile 1, I is equal to 2, this will give me quartile 2, and I is equal to 3, this will give me quartile 3. So let us take one question. We have a data 2, 9, 5, 7, 6, 4, 10. Okay. So the first thing we'll do is arranging the data into the ascending or descending order. So we'll arrange it as per the ascending order. So we'll go with 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Have we taken everything? 4 is there, 5 is there, 6 is there, 7 is there, 9 is there, and 10. So we have arranged it in which order? Ascending or descending?
Ascending order.
Ascending order, right? So
Ascending.
we'll write it item. I always forget. So let us calculate Q1. So in case of Q1, n is what? Number of observations. Number of observations or items. So for Q1, I will be 1 multiplied by number of observations is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
7.
7 plus 1 divided by 4. So item. So it will be 1 multiplied by 8 by 4, which will give me 2. Second item. So second item is what? 4. This is my Q1. I have taken a very simple question. We'll take another one. Q2. Quickly tell me, what will be the value for Q2?
Fourth item,
Fourth item. 2 multiplied by
which
7 plus 1 divided
6.
by 4. That is fourth item. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is Q2. And this is quite obvious also. 3 are here, 3 are here. So this will be Q2. And Q3, quickly tell me,
Sixth item.
sixth item, right? So the sixth item will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be your Q3. So I don't think there will be any problem. There is any problem for calculating quartiles for this simple question.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay.
No, sir.
Now let us take the same question but with one variation. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and let's suppose we have 11 also. This is where we have done some error in the last class also. So as per the formula Qi I into n plus 1 by fourth item in the observation. So n is what over here?
Number of
Number of
observations.
observation.
Which is 8.
Number of observation.
It is 8 over here.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
Q1
sir.
is 1
Yes, sir.
multiplied by 8 1 plus 1 divided by fourth item, which will be 9 by 4. So if I divide 9 by 4, what will I get? 2.25. Now please understand. Since it is talking about the 2.25th item, we cannot round it off, right? We cannot go for a round off that let us take it 2 or let us take it, I mean, if it is 2.75, let us take it 3. So we'll have to calculate it with this only. So now please understand. It is saying that Q1 is 2.25th item. That means Q1 is somewhere between the second item and the third item. Not exactly between, but it is somewhere between 4 and 5, which is your second and third item. Are you getting this point? The simple thing which I've said, that since it is 2.25th item, it is indicating that Q1 is somewhere within this 4 and 5. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So in
Yes,
such
sir.
case, what is the difference in previous question? In this
Yes, sir.
question, previous question we were actually getting the exact value. Like 8 was divided by 4, completely divisible by 4. So we were always getting second item, fourth item or sixth item. We were not getting something like this, the decimal form. So in such a case, if you want to calculate Q1, we'll go with, we will break it like second item plus 0.25 of third minus second. Second item, this is completely, it is second, so second item plus 0.25 of third minus second. So let us do it. Second item is 4 plus 0.25 into third item minus second item. So 4 plus 0.25 multiplied by 1. So what will I get as a result?
Four point two five.
4.25. So Q1 is 4.25. Am I making sense? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt will be welcome. Any sort of doubt, any even a small one or whatever kind of a doubt you can ask. And if there is no doubt, tell me what is the value for Q2 in this case. What will be the value for Q2?
6.5.
Sir, 6.5.
Okay, let us check it. So 6.5. So Q2 will be 2 into 8 plus 1 by 4. So this will be 2 multiplied by 9 by 4, which will give me what? 4.5th item, I guess. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 4.5th item means 1, 2, 3, 4. So Q1 is lying somewhere here between 6 and 7. So we'll break it like fourth item plus 0.5 of fifth minus fourth. So fourth item is 6 plus 0.5 of fifth minus fourth. So 6 plus 0.5 into 1, which gives me 6.5. So Q2 is equal to 6.5. Right. So I from the answers I'm getting that you guys are understanding it. So what will be the value for Q3? Quickly tell me.
9.75.
9.75. Okay. So Divya has answered it. 9.75.
Yes, sir, 9.75.
Okay. So we are getting two answers.
9.75.
Abhishek has also answered.
9.75.
So everybody is answering 9.75. So let us quickly do it. Although I am quite confident that it will be 9.75 because most of the people are answering this only. So 3, 8 plus 1 divided by 4, it will be 3 multiplied by 9 divided by 4. So 27 by 4, 27 by 4 means 6.75. Okay, 6.75th item. So let me do it. Okay, let us put it over here. So Q3 will be sixth item plus 0.75 of seventh minus sixth. So sixth item in the series is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 plus 0.75 into 10 minus 9. So 9 plus 0.75 into 1, which gives me 9.75. So Q3 is 9.75. So is there any problem?
No, sir. No, sir.
Very good.
No, sir.
So let us move on to the second category, which is discrete series. Discrete data. Discrete data is nothing but x and frequency will be given. And you need to calculate the quartiles. So in case of discrete series also, and one thing I told you in case of median, that whenever there will be a discrete data or you can say the frequency is given, the first thing which we should do is, in case of median, I am repeating my question, in case of median, if the data is given in terms of frequency, the first thing we'll do is
Calculate CF.
calculate CF. Very good, very good, very good. So we need to calculate the CF. So 3, 9, 13, 21, 26, 36. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're right.
Now, for calculating the quartiles or deciles or percentile, whatever, for in case of quartiles, the formula Qi is equal to I n plus 1 by fourth item. We'll use the same thing. So suppose I want to calculate Q1, so I'll take 1 into, yes, what will be the n? N will be the summation f, which will be 36 only. So we'll take it as 36 plus 1 by 4. So 37 by 4, 9.25.
Yes, sir.
So 9.25th item. So you need to check the CF, which is just either equal to 9.25 or just greater than 9.25, which you are finding over here is 13, and the corresponding x value of this will be your Q1. So Q1 will be 9. Any problem? Any issue, guys? No problem?
No, sir.
Okay. So in case you want to calculate,
Sir,
yes,
sir, as we get the Q1 as a fraction value, won't we be needed the previous steps, or we can just calculate in
see, in case in the previous question,
the greater than or equal values?
yeah, the point is that we had this data and we have got it as 2.25. So we were sure that Q1 will be between the second observation and third observation. It is somewhere there. So we had no frequency data. But over here, if you, what is this
Yeah.
13? What is this? This 13 is showing the number of total observation till 9. So the frequency of 9 is 4. So if we actually go for
Yes, sir.
this, like 2, I'm writing 2 3 times and then I'm writing 4 6 times, and then I'm writing 9 4 times, like this. If you expand this data, it will look like this, isn't it? And then when you will be applying the same
Yes, sir.
thing, then you will be applying the same thing like this, we have done over here, you will find that Q1 will be 9 only. Because you please understand, it is saying 9 plus 0.25 of 10th item and 9th item. If you go with this, it is saying 9 plus 0.25 of 9th, sorry,
Yes,
10th
sir.
minus 9th. And when you will go for 10 minus 9, you will find 9
Yes, sir.
minus 9. So 9 minus 9 will be 0. So 0.25 multiplied by 0 will give you only 9 only.
Okay, sir.
So that is why, to eliminate such laborious work, in case when the frequency is given, we can directly go for a CF which is just greater than this or equal to this. So Q1 is 9. Is there any problem? Very good question, but I think I have cleared your doubt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is the same thing, right? So Q1 is 9. Is there any problem with anyone?
No, sir.
So quickly tell me what will be Q2 and what will be Q3.
So Q2 10.
Q2 is 10, okay, and Q3
18.
18, okay. Q2 is 10,
So Q3 18.
Q3 18, okay. I want answer from everyone, response from everyone, because then only I'll be sure that everybody is getting the concept. And in case any problem, ask me, I'll calculate. Q2 is 10, Q3 is 18. And the people who have done it, like Q2 is 10, Q3 is 18, apart from those people, please, rest of the people, either post your answer into the chat box or unmute yourself and tell that whether you are agree that Q2 is 10 and Q3 is 18 or you have a different answer. Is it same with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So individual is done, discrete is done. Now coming on to the continuous data. So let us suppose there are some data for marks and number of students. It is like 10 to 15, then 15 to 20, 20 to 30, no, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, let's suppose. And we have number of students as if. So we need to calculate quartiles. This number of students is nothing but frequency. So there is frequency. First thing we'll do is preparation of CF. So 8, 24, 33, 41, 51, 61. No, 71. Please cross verify. Am I right or not? Check the values of CF.
Sir, after 33, it will be 51.
Yeah, 33 plus 81.
I-
This will be 51, then it will be 61, and this
80.
will be 81. Okay, thank you for correcting. So, this will be 51, this will be 61, and this will be 81. That is why I ask you guys to cross verify. Okay,
81.
so in case of continuous data, we'll use in by 4. Instead of n plus 1, we'll go with this. This is the new thing which you need to keep in mind, that in case of discrete or individual data, you will use n plus 1 by 4, but in case of continuous, we'll go with in by 4 item. So, but we have a different formula also, but in after calculating CF, just find out, let's suppose we want to calculate Q1. So 1 multiplied by summation F by 4. Summation F is 81. So 81 into 1 is 81 by 4. What I'll get? 20.25.
Yes, sir.
So just check the CF just greater than 20.25.
So 24.
24. So this will be my quartile class for Q1.
24.
My Q1 would be somewhere over here. So now we'll apply the formula. Qi is equal to L plus In by 4 minus C upon F into, let's suppose, K. This formula we have done in case of median, if you remember, where I is equal to 1, Q1, I is equal to 2 for Q2, and I is equal to 3 for Q3. So we have selected this quartile class for Q1. So what will be the value for L? Can anyone tell me? Because we have done with median. So we have the idea.
15.
L will be
So 15.
Say 15.
The people who don't know, let me tell them. L is the lower limit of this class which we have selected. How we have selected this class? We have calculated the value for I n by 4. So for quartile 1 we have put I is equal to 1. So 1 into summation m by 4 has given me 20.25, and I have checked the CF which is just greater than or equal to 20.25. So equal to was not there. So I have taken the value which is just greater than, which is 24. So we have selected this as a Q1 class. So over here L is 15, IN by 4 is 20.25 already. So I'll take it as it is 20.25. C will be what? Can anyone tell me?
8.
8. Why is it 8? Can you tell the entire class? Why we have taken C as 8? Because C stands for,
Preceding of CF.
yes, CF just preceding the quartile class. इससे just पहले वाली. So it is 8. Now F. F is what?
So 16.
Frequency of quartile
Frequency
class.
of the class.
Yes,
16.
16. And K is class interval,
Quartile
which
class.
is 5. Class interval. So we have all these values. We'll put it into the formula. So Q1 is equal to L plus 1 into N by 4 minus C upon F into K. So Q1 will be L is 15 plus this is 20.25, this is 8, this is 16 into 5. I hope I put all the values correctly. 20.25, 8 and 16. Yes. So Q1 will be 15 plus 20.25 minus 8 will give me what? 12.25 into 5 upon 16. You just simplify this, 12.25 into 5 upon 16, and then add it into 15. So 12.25 into 5 upon 16 will be what?
3.8.
Sorry?
3.83.
3.83.
So 3.83.
So Q1 is 18.83. That is your answer. Yes, tell me. Any problem, any doubt will be welcome. And if there is no doubt, if you don't have any doubt, then tell me the value for Q2 and Q3. Quickly. The value for Q2 and value for Q3. I can take you back to the question. Yes, there is the question on the screen. Tell me the value for Q2 as well as Q3.
So Q2 is 27.08.
Okay. Yes, it will be somewhere 25 to 30. 27.08. I'm getting one answer, 27.08. Others, please check whether the answer is same or not. Okay, Divya is also saying 27.08, and for Q3 she is saying 34.88. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, Q3 will lie within 30 to 35. So yes, there are strong chances that Q3 will be 34.88 only. Yeah. So Divya and Ratika has answered for Q2. Divya has answered for Q3 also. Waiting for others to respond.
So Q3 34.87.
Okay. 34.87, 34.88. So only two people have answered. Okay, Abhishek has also given the answer. 27.08 and 34.875. So that is the same like Divya and Ratika. So 34.88 or 87, whatever it is. So these are the two answers for Q2 and Q3. Q1 is already there, 18.83, and this is how we can calculate the quartiles. Any problem? Any problem is there?
No, sir.
No problem. So similarly, we can go for calculating the deciles. In decile, what we are saying? 10 equal parts? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So in case of deciles, di will be I n plus 1 divided by 10. In case of 10th item, in case of
Yes, sir.
individual and discrete data, right? Where I can vary from 1 to 3 up to 9. And for continuous data, it will be I n by 10th item, and then we'll apply the formula. In case of continuous, we can use the formula as di is equal to L plus in by 10 minus c upon f into. Are you connecting it? Are you, able to connect it with quartile calculation? The only thing which has changed is upon 10, because now we are dividing the data into the 10 equal parts. Is it right? Yes, guys. Any problem for the formula of decile? Is it clear to everyone?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So can you repeat once? Actually, I didn't follow.
In case of decile, we are saying that we are dividing our data into the 10 equal parts. So the denominator part has changed, because in case of quartiles, we were dividing it by 4 because we wanted to divide our data into the 4 equal parts like this. In case of decile, we are saying we want to find the values which can divide my data into 10 equal parts. So I have taken 10 over here. Rest of the things are same. You can compare. Right?
Okay, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
quickly calculate D5 for this question. calculate the value of D5. The formula will be like Di is equal to L plus In by 10 minus C upon F into K, which I have already written in the previous slide. The question is in front of you on the screen, and tell me the value of D5. And if you are not able to calculate, tell me. I'll calculate.
Sir, 27.08.
37, 27 or 37?
27.
27.08. And which was the value for your Q2 also? The same value was there for Q2,
Yes, sir.
right? So the point is Q2 is equal to D5, and if you calculate P50, then this will always same as median, because all these values are dividing your data into the 50 is to 50, 1 is to 1 ratio. So in case of percentiles, can anyone tell me what will be the formula? Because now you understand. So no need to sir, I have to learn the formula for quartile, then I have to remember the formula for decile. No, just remember the concept that in case of percentile it was divided by 4 because I wanted to know the 4 equal parts. In case of decile it is divided by 10 because I wanted to know the 10 equal parts, and in case of percentile it is divided by what?
100.
100, because I want to know the 100 equal parts. So the formula will be like I n plus 1 divided by 100 in case of individual and discrete data, where I can vary from 1, 2, 3 up to 99. And in case of continuous, you will calculate In by 100 and then apply the formula as Pi is equal to L plus In by 100 minus C upon F into K. Yes, that's all for today. Is there any doubt? You can ask, otherwise we are done. No problem?
No, sir.
Okay. So thank you so
Sir.
much. Yes.
No,
yes,
sir.
Yes. Someone was saying something, I guess.
No, sir, no problem.
Okay. Okay. So thank you so much. I have scheduled the test to attempt that, and I'll again say be very cautious while filling your enrollment number into that, because if you do any mistake in that, then your attendance might not be marked. So, okay. I'll see you tomorrow in the next class. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you,
Welcome.
sir.
Welcome.